Anybody's around, what's up? Well, I'm trying to set this up. Sorry, I had the wrong program on. What's up? You know how it sounds.
He's been trying to call you by cell phone. And here he is. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello there. Is this Art Bell?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, my name, I won't give you my last name.
Okay, wait a minute, sir. Hold on. The fax is signed by somebody named who?
Jill.
Jill. That is correct. So you are the one.
That's my girlfriend.
Yes, sir. Where are you?
Well, I'm up here from Fort Worth in my little airplane. It's a long sea I built myself. It's a Vergroup 10 design with a Ford Canard. I'm not sure if you know the kind. It's an experimental aircraft.
You know, I'm not...
that, but not anymore.
No, tell me about it. What kind of airplane is it?
Well, it's a long easy. It's got 120 horsepower like homing in it, but we had it bored and stroked and fixed it up a little bit. It usually flies around 140, 160 indicated airspeed. I'm right now at 7,000 feet. You know where this place called Indian Springs is?
Indian Springs, yes.
Yeah. Well, I've been flying now for about 49 minutes here between Beatty, is that what you call it, and Indian Springs. And I figure I'll just go on up here and try to get into this Area 51. I'm right south of this Nevada test site, or Nellis Air Force Base.
Listen.
And I'm right outside this restricted zone.
Listen to me. When you fly into that zone,
yeah,
they are going to either force you down or shoot you down. Don't you know that?
Well, you know, I've been in a lot of Air Force bases, Air Force for many years. I'm an ex-Air Force, but I'm just going to tell you that, you know, as American citizens, we have the right to know what's up there in this area.
How long do you...
Here, let's do that. Let's crank this thing on up. I can see the Air Force base out there in the distance. And A-shaped, it's like north-south. Got a lot of desert up here, don't you, boys?
A lot of desert, yes.
A lot of desert.
You're liable to get yourself killed.
I'm sorry, sir, you have to speak so loud. I cranked this engine all the way up here.
I said get yourself killed.
Well, we'll get up there in a few minutes, yeah, and we're just going to see what's going to happen, because this is I've got Red Crosses painted on this baby, and I got hospital on it, see? And maybe they're going to think that I'm on some kind of a mercy flight, and I'm just off course. And I've got the radios cut off, so you can have radio failure, don't you know? And so I'm going to hold this thing steady here, about 65, 6800 feet.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm a American now. My family's been American for years, and I want to get down in here, and I want to find out what's happening.
Even if you manage to overfly the area,
I'm in the restricted zone. I just entered the restricted zone. I see a bunch of lights out there. Looks like some kind of a searchlight coming on.
You're in the restricted zone now?
I just crossed that restricted zone. I want to put this big down.
I'm telling you, you're going to get shot down.
Hold on here now. I got my pressure suit on. I don't really need one of this kind of aircraft. It's not like a jet, but it helps to, when I make some tight turns here, and I'm going to cut down here. Now, let's see what these boys are going to do. I don't see anybody coming up here yet. I just see a bunch of lights. But I'm pretty far from the Area 54, and I've been about another 8-9 minutes here. And it's hard to calculate it right now, trying to talk to you. I'm trailing an antenna out here about 30 feet so I can keep this phone conversation. If we get cut off, then But I go up here and see what's going on. They say there's a bunch of UFOs and there's all kind of things out here. And I want to get this baby right down here about 1,000 feet. And we're going to see if there's any UFOs or anything out here, what's going on.
Listen, I think you're making a mistake.
Well, sir, I might be, but, our travelers pay for all this. And they've been hiding everything under all this black project and all this grave funding and all this kind of thing.
Don't you, sir, hold it. Don't you think we have a right to national security secrets?
I think we have, not really, because that Jay up there, and the Ruskies, they know what we're doing, and the Chinese, they've got satellites down here. They know what's going on. The only thing that don't know what's going on is the common folk like me and you. And us common folks got a right to know because we're funding all this.
How long have you been planning this?
I got this thing down here about 1,000 feet. I've been planning this thing out. I'm right on the deck, not right on the deck. I'm at 1,000 feet. Boy, they got my boats popping up everywhere. I'm telling you, they got searchlights. There's about 4 of them out here. And I've been planning this now for, anywhere from a month to 6 weeks. It took me a while to paint up the plane because I had to use that Imron. The only thing that sticks to this gel coat I got on this thing. This thing's built out of Kevlar and carbon fiber. I got it dressed 8G fuzzy, 10G stick, just overbuilt. I tell you what, I want to get down here and burn like a little frog that's just dipped on by big dog when I get down here. In a few minutes here, I'll tell you that. Because I'm not going to... Hey, looks like there's a F-16 coming up here.
I wouldn't be surprised. You're making a mistake.
Sam with somebody down there. He's got some afterburners on because I can see him. He's about 5 miles out. That old boy is cranking. I'm pretty low now. I'm starting to pick up all kind of buildings down here. I see something here is level with the ground, and they're opening this thing up. There looks like something's coming up out of that. I can't tell you what it is. It must be on some kind of a. Hold on here. I gotta make this turn.
I would advise you to turn I would advise you to turn on your radio.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We can do this now. Come on here. Hold on, this old boy's coming up here. Now he's got his lights. He's got his lights on and he's flashing me.
Yeah, he's probably.
All right, I'm waving at him. No radio. No radio. No radio. He don't know that.
Well, if I were you, I'd turn it on.
Folks are listening to Art Bell because everybody listens to Art Bell.
Well, maybe if
I gotta get married.
you're making a bad calculation because if they're not listening, you're being shot down.
I don't know what he's going to do here. He's rocking his wings at me right now. He's rocking his wings and he's cutting in front of me. And oh, don't cut in front of me now. If he cuts that code, stay off. Stay off. He can use a vortex from his engine, from Pratt & Whitney engine. We're gonna, just like tornadoes, if they're close to him. Hold on there, I'm getting down on the deck. Going in, I'm getting down. I'm that damn veteran. Ain't gonna get me there. They didn't get me over there, they're not gonna get me over here now. Kind of a weird looking barrel on it with a light. And, oh hell, they're doing something, they're shooting at me now. Oh God. No, baby, I'm going in. I think I'm going in.
That was cool. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm trying to test everything out. I hope some people
that with this world. It's true. If you're with God, can you say God? I heard God there in a little bitty quiet. Hello? Hey guys, this is Steve Huff, and we're like 3 weeks into our self-isolation here at my house. Things are going good here. We are well. We are in good health. We are in
Steve Huff. I'm trying to test out the sound. I'm waiting for people to join in.
my spirits. We don't let the negative news get into our brain. And so we've been listening to music. We've been watching shows on Netflix. We've been just hanging out talking. We've been making food items. I've gotten an acquired new taste for tea. So I've been making a lot of tea rather than coffee. And that's just what's been going on. A lot of self-reflection, a lot of thinking, a lot of ideas brewing in my brain about where to take all of this in the next year and beyond. As you see behind me, this is my astral doorway. I use it a little bit every day. Some days I can connect really well. Some days I don't connect at all, but that's just how it goes with the world of spirit communication. Those of you out there who do what I do, you understand that. But I have been getting some crazy messages lately, as you saw in my last few videos, and it's changed me. It's changed how I live. It's changed my personality. It's changed my demeanor. It's changed my outlook on life. It's changed me for the better in every single way. I learned to get out to positivity. Is God with us all at this during this time? Come on through, Spirit.
This guy's got
I'm
a weird
envisioning
box.
that light. I'm envisioning God's love energy coming down. Hello.
I'm playing the wrong video.
Do you feel that light? I feel it gently. I ask all of you who are here, who feel that light, if you have something to say, you now have a voice. You can step up and speak through this device. I call it the astral doorway because it provides a doorway from our world to yours. What would you like to say now that you have this chance? Something about the light. All right, I'm going to move in front. I can hear it much better. I tried to do it from back there. We are in permanent pajama state here. If you're with me,
stupid internet.
I heard God there in a little bitty quiet. Hey guys, Panabox, turn this on. See if we can get any messages from Spirit today. Hello? Who's with me? Hello?
Panabox.
Do you have any messages for the world?
Here.
Do you have any messages for the world? Any? Do you have anything of importance to say? Is God upset with this world? It's true. Now, let me just shut that off for a minute. I had said a few videos ago that what I saw was being shown, and I wrote an article about it on my Patreon and for members, that what I was shown was that God was angry with the world for how we've treated this earth and each other. A lot of people just can't manage to believe that, and that's okay. As I said back in that video, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I'm just saying what I'm being shown. I just asked if God was angry with the world, and what was the answer? It's true. Is God upset with this world? You know, we are going to make it through this pandemic, but it's not going to be back to normal because our old normal was an illusion. We create a normal. There'll be some changes, but I don't see us going to any kind of what we would call normalcy for quite a while. Think about it. If a place like Disneyland opened in June, this virus can come right back in a second wave and spread like mad throughout the country again. So, as I've mentioned before, while we're on this timeout, the earth is repairing itself. The skies are blue. The fog has lifted. I should say the pollution has lifted. The haze has lifted. The oceans are looking better. So many things are improving around the world right now. And so if God is mad at us for treating the earth so badly, for treating each other so badly, this is a timeout, as I've said before, time for us to stay in so the earth can heal. This sounds ridiculous to some of you. That's okay. Let's see how it plays out. If we come out of this and go back to our old ways, then we have learned nothing. But from the messaging, from what I've seen weeks ago, from everything, the evidence from Spirit is pointing to God being angry. We all think of God as someone, oh God, most of us call on God when we need something or want something, and that's not when you call on God. You have to have a relationship with your Creator, no matter who that Creator is to you. We don't want to turn God into our, what's the word I'm looking for? We don't want God to be a slave to us, right? Only ask him of things when we want something. We are not treating this earth well at all. I'm not going to go into a big rant about that, but we need to treat the world better, the earth better, and each other better. And I think if we can do that, as I said before, even if just some of us can do that, it'll make the world a better place. But that was an interesting message right there. Let's continue. All right, do you have any other messages? Do any of you know how long this will last? You don't know. Does God see the earth repairing itself? Is he seeing the results of this time out? What am I supposed to do here? Serve them. Hello? All right, I'm going to shut this off. Any last things to say today?
Oops. Oh boy.
Yes, sir. Can you explain?
Spartans! What is your profession? This is Sparta! Fatality.
I remember a time when somebody sent me a message on YouTube. I was going to say Facebook, but it was YouTube, and complaining. Damn, your intro is too long. I mean, 30 seconds is too much. I just deleted the episode. I don't know what it is. This is Manny Moonraker. I am your host of UFO Buster Radio, part of the UFO Buster Radio Network, and also the host of the Dark Horde, because why not? Some of this shit is pretty dark, so let's lead over into another podcast. And it's strange how many people who listen to the UFO Buster Radio News, really hadn't heard about the Dark Horde podcast, which was pretty cool because just past week we talked about Bigfoot, recent Bigfoot stories, a story from not too long ago. I think it was last year actually, and then one from way back when that had a bit of a twist to it. But these are things that are happening, things that make you go, as Arsenio will say, make you think. Make you think big, kind of like COVID-19. What the fuck? The pandemic is shit. It's changed the lives of so many people, and for other people, those that have lost loved ones, oh, it has really devastated them in ways you cannot imagine. I mean, we human beings are just way too fragile to deal with stuff like this. Can you imagine going on to another planet, going to Mars? You know, having Corey Good back you up as you land on Mars, right? And he takes you to all the places he used to go to kill the reptilians. But then you accidentally kind of like open your mask or your suit tears, and then you're fucked. You're caught by the Martian coronavirus, and you're screwed. This is the fragile life of the human being. And you wouldn't think we were so fragile because we're so freaking warlike. We fight over all kind of shit constantly. What fuck my life, man. A little bug would take care of us for good. I want to say hello to the folks in the live chat right now. Green Man, Gooter, Blue Chicken. I haven't seen Blue Chicken on a live episode in a while. Yeah. Am I even looking at the right thing? What's going on here? Is that really BC? Oh, hail the Blue Chicken. He has arrived. Yeah, like I was saying, man, it's just absolutely bananas. You know, the way this freaking coronavirus, COVID-19 nonsense has gone down. It's just crazy. I just, I tried to take a picture, I think it was yesterday, of Bug and myself. We were sitting on the couch, right? They're bosom buddies, right? Farting host. And I was like, hey, Bugs, you want to post for a picture? He moved to the other side of the freaking couch. He's like, no, social distancing. I can't. I posted a picture anyway, but he turned his face. He didn't even want to look at the camera. That's pretty sad. That's what COVID has done to us. It's maddening. I got 3 articles for today, and 2 of them, when I tell you, I got on here and I was like, I gotta find me some good UFO stories to share with the peoples in UFO Buster Radio Land. And let me tell you that the first 2 stories that I'm going to cover, I had to use a Google translator in order to translate the what was going down, what they were talking about. Because you put in, this is what I do. I go into news, I look for UFOs, I look for SpaceX, Elon Musk. I look for all the big hitters, right? Alien abductions, like why not? I mean, it happens, right? So I go on there and I see all these articles in a different language, like language I can't. Like I know some of this might be from the Slavic area of Europe or something like that, but I can't read it. It's not in English. So I start going through, and then I'm telling you, there were quite a few articles that were coming up that were not in English. But thanks to the magic of Google, I'm able to bring these to you right now. Yeah, Google Translate, man. They translated the whole goddamn article, and I was really disappointed. I was so disappointed. Like I wanted to take my PC and toss it out the window. Because it's one thing if the rubber dickers, and those of you who are new, it's people who promote hoaxes, bad UFO, I don't know, juju. I don't know, call it whatever you want. These are the bad guys of ufology. But whenever I see articles about these individuals, it drives me insane, drives me crazy. But to see it happening in another country, the same rubber dickers that we deal with here, for their nonsense to be picked up in other countries that may or may not have a good perspective on this topic. I mean, really, they might be lost as fuck. They might be worshiping little green men as gods, as deities. And then you have some crazy ass fucker coming on and writing all kind of crazy shit, and they take it to heart. That is the issue that I have with this particular situation we're going to talk about in the first 2 articles. Very last thing before we get into the articles themselves. I promised about 2 weeks ago that Green Man's musical group that I was going to have the rest of their songs on here. But I had internet issues, and then I had viral issues, and then mommy issues, and it was really fucked up. Like the last maybe 3 weeks or so has been Hellraiser. Like I was walking around, like the pinhead guy was following me, just fucking up my life. But I think I'm
Nights, I'm gonna come with all my feeling. I'ma wish you well. Taste him, my smile is all feeling. I'm going back to you until you understand. No plan to insanity. You went you up to vanity. Thought your words were perfect, now just looking through the seconds. You walk away from your sucker, take a few minutes to do the tired of your lies and all your hate trips. And I despise all your lies and that fake shit. Without you, hold me down to move on through. I'm living my life. When don't you live yours to come around trying to be down? Tell me that you're changing, I can see it in your eyes. You know I know you mean. The fact you don't understand will change the situation, so you retry. It's another hit and miss. Now that's your first to come down. Yo, it's all about them. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. Oh shit, once again, it's the wonder group of plan. We've been giving it what we can to gain the upper hand. So when you see us, be us. Giving it up for years now, we count down the days so we can live on a permanent day. So much strike, and you're gone. And to the beam, you're gone. As if the permanent walk, let the rest of the people gone. But that's enough for that. Who's the next of that? Choose the one and put the funk back up on the rack to have about that. I can't believe I even passed you in the hall without a motherfucking bra. Give me the microphone, y'all. I'ma kick it down like Bruce Lee. Oh shit, and you ain't even gonna see me cause I'm too damn straight. But man, quit with all this comedy. Because your mind stopped thinking that was soft, it was symbology, believe me. And now it's all jokes aside, it's a new spot, so come on down to be denied. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. First to come down, first in line. You're the first to step up, and you're the first to nine. Yeah.
Hey, Green Man, is everything okay? You guys are all good? Your family's okay? I hope so. I hope everybody out there's good. Game Vet, I hope you're trucking still. Oh, Manny comes on live. You guys are awesome.
honestly, how do you follow all that talent? I have no idea. It's like when people win a.
Hey, Michael Navarro, how are you? Thank you for joining in. I hope it sounds okay and the internet's okay and the sound is okay and the video is okay. There's a lot of internet issues here. I'm just trying to replay cool shows and hunt down ghosts in the bar.
Awards, and you have like someone you idolize introduce you as the winner, like it happens in the Oscars, and you're like, how do you follow that? That's way too much talent on one song. It's crazy. Well, you got two more of those to listen to. So here's the first one, and here's the title in English because it wasn't in English. As a matter of fact, I want to say that this came from Jakarta, Indonesia. Yeah. You hear bugs in the background? Indonesia? He's snoring at you. He's not happy about it. He's got some bones to pick with you. Yeah, you tell him, Bugs. UFO expert claim there are reptile alien sightings in NASA photo. And here's listen, it is without a doubt, that there is only one person that has this kind of rubber dickery in the U.S. There's only one person that is always, for some reason, always referred to as an expert on UFOs. And to see this out of Indonesia, this is a public service announcement. Indonesia, stop fucking around. No, don't do it. No, please. He is not your ufology god. You've got to release him. And you probably have not seen the picture of him, but for all of you in UFO Buster Radio land, look at the image for this episode and you will see the squinty-eyed mug of Scottsy Waring, or as many of us, like myself, like to call him Paradolia Pete. Paradolia Pete is, man, he is spreading the word. I have no idea how this is happening. I mean, he's like a virus. He's a fucking virus. He's Paradolia Pete 20. Yeah. He's his own fucking virus. He's reached Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done nothing to stop this virus at all. Yeah, I mean, he is running amok like crazy. And unfortunately, people are staying home worldwide. And so they're reading some of this bull hockey. Yeah, from Jakarta. Let me go back to that. People who claim to be UFO experts say there are alien sightings in the form of reptiles, I kind of had an accent on it, reptiles on planet Mars. Based on his statement, these reptiles live together in harmony like ebony and ivory, ad-lib, with an alien race that lives there.
Hold on a second.
Mars is fucking crowded as hell. I don't know why anyone...
Hey, Game Vet, have you seen any UFOs lately? If you have, give us a description. You're out there on the roads. We're all stuck inside.
What's to even go there? I can't imagine. It's probably like highly polluted, all kinds of cars, reptilians and grays, Nordics. You got those guys there too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, quoted from the IBT Times. So the IBT Times is spreading shit all around the world. Like, really, the way this reads, the IBT Times needs to shut the fuck up and stop printing all of this crazy Scottsy Waring nonsense. It really does. Somebody, we got to take him offline. I don't know. Well, we got to do it somehow. This is just bananas. The claim, again, comes from Scottsy Waring, who was involved in the search for evidence of alien life. Who the fuck involved him? I mean, did he get an official invitation to join the search for alien life? You see this? Like they wrote this, like somebody officially asked Scottsy Waring to identify alien life. No, that did not happen.
All right, cool, Manny. Thank you for joining in, brother. I thank you for letting me share your show. Your work is awesome. I'll be over there live when you're on live.
You're wrong. Take a left and exit stage right, because no, that's not the way it went. Nobody asked Scottsy Waring to figure it out. Let me just take a breath. As a matter of fact, I got a little bit of this coconut rum here. Hold on a second. Fantastic. I had to wet my whistle a little bit there because my throat's getting a little dry. So apparently Scottsy Waring published photos on his database website. I think it's called ET Database. And it was taken on Sol 1448 from the Curiosity rover. Incidentally, 1448 translates into September 1st, 2016, 4 years ago. Thanks, Bugs. And apparently he was looking at some photos and he found an object to the left of this particular photo that looks like a reptilian. And there's a quote here from Paradolia Pete that says, "When I saw Sol 1448 Mars, I noticed a strange creature on the hill. The object was like a lizard species, but not as we see it on Earth." Crazy. Full on unadulterated, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Crazy. That is Paradolia Pete. Indonesia, I am warning you. You should take this article and delete it right now. Do a search. Find wherever the fuck you have Scott C. Waring and delete that shit immediately. Don't let this rubber dickery master screw up your perspective of ufology and search for aliens. Listen, nobody asked him to do this. If someone did, I want to know who the fuck is dumb enough to do that. Paradolia Pete is completely and totally out of control. He is. But if you want to take a look at this particular article, the link is in the description. And unless you're fucking from Indonesia, you better hit Google Translator so you can get it in English. But it's a sad state of affairs. You know, old Tyler Lochner done disappeared. He packed it up, he left. He'd rather hang out with some hookers and some pimps and drug dealers than to continue to report on UFOs. I guess he had a lot more fun doing the other stuff, but still, he gave over the throne. He gave the throne over to Paradolia Pete, and Paradolia Pete is running with it. He's going international, and we have to suffer through it. And the poor people in Indonesia, they're getting mind fucked by this guy. Sad to say, but hopefully, if you're listening from Jakarta, from Indonesia, I just put a little bit of common sense into your nodules, in between the neurons within your brain. Please stop it. Stop him before he takes over your families and your children and have them looking at old ass fucking photos, looking for creatures that don't even exist. Got it? Got it. Good.
No doubt that we just begun to send beats out back with the plus of 2-1. Straight thinking in the toxic place, but the won't stand a chance to dance with us. Step back as we advance, go rockin', never stopping. So move back when we're bringing them up. The cops definitely the one that you want to. I'm on the side, but nobody knows you. But this shit won't sit for long, so move back and let it get on too. So yes, sweat, blood, and tears. My brothers on the dirt, but the edge of your ears. So we keep it up while we're bringing it up. One choice, one live, and we all try. So we get it, got it, good, no doubt. Then maybe I should, so get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. Then maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good. I'm a flow now, here we go. Guess who's back? Nobody we never been, but we're coming up strong, and it won't be long till it's all spread around the world like a virus. Once you get it, now you're passing, cause the beat is so contagious, and you're moving slowly. Don't mind that you're never second feet out time, you're like Alice. Meet Alex, like I said, all depends on whether or not you get it, they got it. It's such a pain notes. Also being able to put it down like this and drop it. Beat the rocks and beat. When you move side to side, better believe you can out. There's a few cows out, it's real child. Gonna get straight right out the gate, so hold on. Keep an eyes wide and wide with shit tight and try to believe what you see when you see the real thing. Get it, got it, that's good. So we say, get it, got it, good, no doubt. But maybe I should, so get it, got it, good. I'm a clown now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. But maybe I should, so get it, got it, good. I'm a clown now, here we go. Got it, good, no doubt. So maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good. I'm a phone now, here we go. So get it, got it, good, no doubt. So maybe I should, so we get it, got it, good.
Don't fucking scream at me. Where's you dumb fuck you? Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat. And...
Oh my god, I just cracked myself up. I actually was trying to play the Arnold Diallo, which I associate with Elon Musk, but I got that clip of Arnold fat shaming somebody. I just can't. I really can't. This is what happens when you have to use Google Translate to get UFO news reports. Yeah, you fat shame people. It's so sad. That's completely sad. I don't even remember what movie that's from. It was just on there, just completely crazy, completely nuts. Anyway, the article, which also had to be translated, is from Poland. Yeah, from Poland. And it starts with this. This is what, now, here's the thing. I want to make sure people understand. This was translated through Google. So some of this might not read the way it should, because this particular Poland article has a lot of fucking attitude in it. Like, really, like, you're stupid type of attitude. You know, I don't know. It might have been, like I said, the translator that did that. I have no idea. So this is how the article is headlined. This is not
What happened to the TV? I think Chuck Bam's around because electronics get messed up when Chuck Bam shows up. Fuck. Showing a Mission X launch. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna live stream until I'm gonna go live when Manny starts playing, or turn off.
a UFO, Starlink satellites over Poland. And I cannot help but to put an accent to it. It just happens. Like, I'm reading it in English, but just because I went through that experience, I have to put an accent. I have to put an accent on it. Apparently, the name of this particular, I don't know, organization is the urania.edu.pl. So I guess it's a educational. We use EDU in the state as being an educational website belonging to some kind of institution of higher education. But I don't know what the hell Urania is, but it is what it is. The editorial staff at Urania apparently receives a lot of questions about strange sequences of lights which are moving together in the sky. Yeah. These artificial satellites sent into orbit by SpaceX belonging to Elon Musk. The company plans to send 12,000 and for now launch 360 in 5 series. That's the way it actually reads, So what I'm reading is I'm thinking, fuck, people in Poland give no fucks in these articles. They're like telling people, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Yeah. I mean, come on. Can't you freaking read it? Can you read what it's saying?
Don't fucking scream at me. Where's you dumb fuck you? Look at you. Is you fucking 48% body fat?
That's what I read. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they're trying to sell to their readers. They're not trying to say it nicely. Not trying to say, hey, don't worry. It's just a string of lights in the sky that were put up by Elon Musk. No, they're screaming at him. That's what it sounds like. And there is a little quote at the very end. They did like a little PSA in this. And it just goes with the fucking attitude. I'm gonna be honest. I like them. They are crazy. Now they continue to educate the reader because it is from an EDU. It says you can read more about Starlink satellites in our special article or follow the latest news about them. We also recommend the book Rocket Billionaires, which tells, among others, on the activities of Elon Musk. Read a book. They're telling you to go read a fucking book. We ain't got time to write a full article for you fuckers. Go read a book. I digress. The article continues. Starlink satellites, especially when you're
Could be a utility by now. How are you? Hope you. Not working. It's really hard to figure out.
they're looking at 12,000 satellites, and right now you barely got 400, and it's causing this big ruckus and concern. So the Polish people are on
terrible.
it. Their EDU people are saying, "Hey, no, stop sending us. Hey, let me bring you a little closer. Just come closer to me. I want to let you know, it's not a fucking UFO. They're in a straight fucking line. Can't you see that? They're in a straight line. There is no accident here. A UFO trying to abduct you and probecast you, no, they wouldn't be just going in a straight line like a train over the sky. They'd be hiding. After this, at the very end, they said, and I quote, "Venus is also not a UFO."
You guys can see it in the back.
You guys in Poland, what the fuck is going on? We also receive a lot of such questions. They sound pretty fucking pissed off. Like, they don't ask us about this shit. Like, we're tired of answering these questions about Musk. We're tired of talking about Venus. We want to get to whatever the fuck the education is supposed to be about because we're an EDU. That's really the way it came across. I'm sorry. But yeah, apparently in Poland, there isn't a lot of news about Venus getting around. Or Elon Musk for that matter. Like, they caught it by surprise. They got caught by the string of satellites, the Starlink. So that's why they got Starlinked. Hopefully this answers all the questions for them. But these are the kind of stuff that I'm coming across by doing the old Google Translate, which I'm excited about. Because to me, it shows you that if someone in Australia, New Zealand, the US, or in Canada still has questions about Starlink and is still reporting UFOs, well, fuck. Look at how the rest of the world is doing. Look at how the rest of Europe is doing. They have no fucking clue either. They have no idea. And they're still reporting these as UFOs. They're stringing them, just going by their merry way. Blue Chicken says, well, at least they didn't say swamp gas. Probably not. But I'm sure some of them did. They probably mentioned it because they went back into the record books to figure out how the hell could this be? It's bananas. Check out the link in the description. And listen, if you don't believe me that I actually saw these in a different language, check out the link. It'll take you to the original language, and then you can translate and figure that bitch out. Because it's bananas.
Yeah, I'm feeling so much better.
Woke up this morning in OB, walked over to the pit to see what I can see. Nothing wrong but seaweed, so I'm at kick back on a bite to eat. I call my homie shine on the north side. Get it, come scoop me up in a super fast ride. You grab the horseshoes, we'll get the bruise and we'll roll on down, cause this is what we're gonna do. Set up shop at the spot with the pop top, watch roll the hottie shoes fly on the board. Living every day doing nothing, cause this is the same that the summertime brings. It's so cold in the summertime, say it's so cold in the summer, so cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine. So cold in the summertime, I say it's so cold in the summer, so cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine. I looked out west to catch a lay ride. The sun looked clean, and someone paddled to the left line. Just waiting for the right time. When it came, some lame dropped in from the south side. Wasn't happy, but I cut that. Cause it was so cold, summer, there's no reason to get mad. I'll get the next one. Then come on in, another sunset's gone. I'll let the night be clear. That old outfit, my peeps, no doubt that a party will be there later on at a friend's house. Living every night, doing nothing. Cause this is the same that the summertime brings. It's so cold in the summertime. It's so cold in the summer. So cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine, alright. So cold in the summertime. So cold in the summer. So cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine. It's so cold summertime.
It's summertime, I get no doubt. Can get my credit, just sit back and let the festivities begin.
So cold, everything's alright.
Well, it's the time we got, so kick it over here. Now you'll see what we got up in store this year. And we'll be kicking back, yo, spitting feedback. So grab your boho and keep your low pro style a moto. Little with no doubt that we'll make it to the next day. I'm not shocked at the time. Stand still when you get in your bill. It's like days and nights and nights and days. And over there, you know how we fly in the SO. California dreaming, know we're singing for the big show. Here we go and take you on a trip to the Westland. So relax your mind, it's summertime. Now step into the question of a higher level. Together we can put up anything to drop it down. Take a look around, no frown. Single sunny's doing what we always do. And you know we'll keep it moving when we roll on through. It's so cold in the summertime. So cold in the summer. So cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine, alright. So cold in the summertime. So cold in the summer. So cold in the summertime when everything's gonna be fine. Yeah.
So the next article we're going to talk about, which is the very last one for tonight, has to do with actually I published a link in the Discord chat that the guys put together, the guys that are usually here in the live chat, like Blue Chicken, all hail him, and Dave Gooter and Green Man, of course. And they put together this Discord chat, which is linked in the description if you want to get a link that I got from UFO Jane. And it was of course, the live situation that the History Channel was putting on YouTube so that you can watch Skinwalker Ranch for 12 fucking hours. Like I know it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. You've got nothing better to do. So why not stare like a fucking cat out a window? Why don't you stare at Skinwalker Ranch and see if you find something worth talking about? That really is what the damn link was about. Just stare at that shit and see what happens. Where it turns out that maybe, possibly, if you sat...
I don't know where Blue Chicken is. I sent Blue Chicken a text. I said I was testing out the show. Not sure where One Nobody is. One Nobody should be here. I think Game Vet's working.
there with toothpicks in your fucking eyes, you might have caught something at Skinwalker Ranch. You might have seen something. That's the Bugs. I don't know if you guys can hear Bugs, but he is snoring up a storm back there. You might have seen that the video caught what many are saying is a triangular spacecraft. Yeah. We did an article about 2 weeks ago about the new owner of Skinwalker Ranch and how he wanted to kind of share the goodies. It was rumored that after Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, left Skinwalker Ranch with his NIDS group, after he was done researching, that a lot of the activity died out. There wasn't like shit materializing. It wasn't UFOs, fucking spirits, things coming interdimensional gateways, 3D apparitions. Shit like that was just not happening. But the new owner says, yeah, stuff like that's happening. And so there is a series that's coming up by the History Channel, and the History Channel say, hey, let's build some publicity. Let's open up a YouTube channel and let's do it live. Let's people get the first-hand look of what goes down at Skinwalker Ranch. Now, it's a chance you take, right? Bugs, really? It's a chance you take, right? Basically, if nothing happens, then are people even going to watch your documentary? Are people even going to want to see what's going on at the current version of Skinwalker Ranch without the Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, and his crew? It turns out that if you pull up the actual video, and you can get it by going to that Discord chat. That's a good way to get it, by the way. Join. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. At 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 20 seconds, there is a triangular-shaped object with green lights that appeared in the frame. Of course, there was also like a chat going on, so many people in the chat were saying that possibly what the lens was carrying, well, might have been what it could have been showing was a reflection from some of the security that was around the facility at the time. But many are saying that what we saw at 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 20 seconds was a triangular UFO that made its appearance, as it is fabled, at Skinwalker Ranch. I personally did not stay under 12 hours. I barely stayed under like 15 fucking minutes because, Skinwalker Ranch is a huge ass ranch. Many, many, many acres. And it wasn't like we were looking at the entire place. We weren't. It was stuck in one spot from what I saw. It might have changed later on. I have no idea. But the fact is that to me, it just didn't, and it wasn't alluring enough, especially not to sit there for 12 fucking hours shit to do. I might be, in a pandemic shutdown, a pandemic, but fuck, I'm not going to sit in front of the TV that long. That's bananas. I don't want to get hemorrhoids, like freaking COVID-19 hemorrhoids. That's going to be the next thing that's going to come out after this virus goes through. The next thing, we got to handle up on the hemorrhoids you get from sitting around because you can't do shit. Anyway, so that's the deal. So people are looking at this video and trying to figure out what the hell happened. Like I said, some of the people felt there was a security's Jeep, the lights on it, that was causing this. And many people are still going back, looking through the video, trying to figure out if there was any other paranormal activity that they can point out to the folks that are interested in Skinwalker Ranch as it is today. Some of the things that were reported back in the day, and those of you who are very familiar with the story know that there was paranormal activity, cattle mutilations, manifestation of creatures and aliens and UFOs. Oh my. And also some of the scientists reported seeing three-dimensional images or actual physical apparitions or things that showed up in front of them, three-dimensional shapes. Fucking crazy as hell. It's what it is. And when you have someone that wears a pocket protector that's telling you shit just appearing out of midair, yeah, that the motherfucker is like E.F. Hutton. You've got to listen. You've got to listen. Lastly, at 9 hours, 45 minutes, and 15 seconds, you can actually pull up the video and you may or may not see a meteor going across the sky in that live broadcast. Either way, the pandemic is causing some fucking craziness. It really is, but you've got to check that out. Just the 2 time frames, nothing else really. Who gives a fuck? You're looking at a fucking ranch in the middle of nowhere. Nobody wants to see that shit. This new owner needs to open up the ranch. People, and listen, he could charge a nice cha-ching for it. Charge people a couple thousands to stay there a whole weekend and do their own research. Let us go in, the blue collar person. Let us spend a little bit of money and stay there and really see what the hell is going on. We're tired of hearing stories. We're tired of hearing all these stories from the Space Gigolo and all these other fuckers go in there and try to sell us a bag of nonsense. I want to go in there myself. I want to see it. I want to see it to believe it. That is the last article. Check out the link in the description. And that one's actually in English, so you don't have to worry about it. No Google Translate on that one. But here's the one thing that I want to talk about just before we end this at the 44-minute mark. I was recently, thanks to Green Man, I was able to check out a group discussion on YouTube, a forum, if you will, regarding the secret space programs. Oh my God. I really feel like this is one of those topics that either needs to be completely destroyed or vetted in a way that leaves no questions. Secret space programs is the scourge and on the fringe of ufology. Fuck, it's on the fringe of space exploration, really. Because according to them, we've been exploring space for decades on end, not only in our own solar system, but we've gone into deep space. Ask Corey Good. The funny thing about this is that the main person that was being interviewed was a lady by the name of Elle from the SSP. And she actually was being called out by Corey Good. You're in a bad fucking place if Corey Good is calling you a fucking liar. How the hell does that work? That is batshit crazy. Corey Good, who is in touch with blue avians and spend time killing fuckers on Mars, is calling you a liar. And she gave no bones about it. She gave no fucks, to be honest. She really did. Elle said, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about what I say. I know where my stories are true, and I spent 60 fucking years. The thing is, the lady probably looked like she was 35, but she spent 60 years in the SSP due to time travel. This is the part of ufology that kind of fucks it up for everyone. You know, you take Elle and you take Scott C. Waring and Tyler Lochner and all these guys, you put them all together and you have a whole world of shit. And that's what ufology looks like. Looks like a turd on fire inside of a bag that we need to stomp out. That's just the way I see it. I don't know. Agreement says she looked older than that, but you know. I mean, she was dealing with people that had medical advances 200 years in the future. I feel like maybe she had some work done and then came back to show it off with her crazy ass fucking hair. I'm not trying to put her down, but I'm sure somewhere behind her there was a nurse and someone with a few needles waiting for her to get done with her interview to get her to relax, bring her back down to earthly concerns. This is the end of the podcast. For Buster Radio, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate Green Man supplying those tracks. They are amazing. And like I said, lots of talents out there. A lot of people that need to be recognized for that. And that particular group is one of them. Thank you all for listening. It's about time for me to check out and finish my coconut rum because, geez, it's starting to get warm in here. Ciao.
Welcome to Goof on Radio Stream. It is 7:01 p.m. on April the 7th, 2020 Pacific Time date and show. How do you do? What do you say? How do you be? It is me, Richie G, little Richie G, you see, talking about C19. We're going to do a little youth search here tonight. We're going to find out, and I do want to talk about it. I don't know. I think we talked about families once before, but I don't think we really delved in a lot about bringing your kids up paranormal style. I think that's interesting, especially now while we're in lockdown. What a great time if you have kids that you think are interested in it or think they're seeing something or being abducted or you came through my window last night. I know it was you. What movie? A lot of you didn't catch it in Close Encounters of the Third Kind when Richard Dreyfuss was shaven and the kids were arguing at the door. I don't know what was happening. They're always arguing in that household. But the kid, while he got fired, Richard Dreyfuss got fired. His wife says, "They just fired you." Right, Johnny, and they're yelling, and the kids are arguing. And the kid goes, "I know you came through my window last night." And the other kid goes, "No, I didn't. You came through my window last night." And the older brother says, "No, I saw you. I know it was you. You came through my window last night, and you were trying to take me out of my bed." It's an amazing scene, but it gets washed over because you're listening to the argument in the background. But the camera's focused on the kids talking about aliens coming through their window, man. I never caught it until years later watching it. I'm like, whoa, wait. See, and this is where I wish I could have the rights to play that stuff on the show because it's like really cool, man, to catch stuff like that. A lot of people don't know about that. What a great movie. Yeah, so I think kids, because those kids obviously were listening to mom because she was against everything. And UFOs, you talking those crazy stuff. There's no such things. Daddy just saw an airplane, didn't you, honey? No, we need to tell them what I saw. They need to know this. She's arguing with them. You didn't see anything, Roy? I saw something last night, and this means something. Ah, what a great movie. God, that mixed message in the background, the government trying to cover it up, way ahead of its day. That's why that movie stands the test of time in our paranormal world. Brian Sprague will never be at the top of credibility on GoofOn. And a lot of people know this about Ryan Sprague and Jason. Let me pull it up. McClellan, I think his name is. I'm pretty sure I'm right. He's been on Hangar 1, I believe. He's the guy who wears the stupid looking glasses. And he is as gay as a $3 bill. Sorry, he is. What do you want me to say? No, he's not. That's the guy. You know who I mean. The guy with the glasses was good enough, Rich. He didn't have to go any further. Well, some people remember. You just think it's funny to be gay? Is that what it is? No, I dig it. Just saying, it's obvious. When somebody talks like this and wears fluorescent glasses, with no lenses? Yes, yes. To me, that's funny because it's unnecessary. That's how he talks, Rich. How can you say that? He didn't come out going, wah. He picked it up because that's what he likes. You think I want to talk this way? No, I could have talked like Richie from Boston. Imagine having a Boston accent. Oh, I wouldn't have half of the friends I have. But you'd have Boston friends. Richie. Jaime couldn't make it tonight. But he did want me to announce the drink of the night. Yeah, he went a long way for this. I was going to do, it's Nos Rowdy. Nos Rowdy. You don't even need a body to travel. Have a little bit of rowdy in your life. You don't even need a body. That's actually, that's Jaime for you. He wrote it. Here we go, behind me. Yeah, it's a punch. It doesn't have that hit you in the esophagus power. When you see me do this, that's like, whoa. It's like eating a Sour Patch doll or something. Doll, a kid, idiot. All right. So there's an article. Some of you may or may not know MJ Banias. Well, I get this message today. And you know how I feel about Ryan Sprague. He's the midget that was on that UFO show with the real beautiful giant woman. I can't remember her name. But he had his own TV series, man. And the guy isn't even a ufologist. We've been over this before. An investigative journalist isn't Ryan Sprague. And Ryan Sprague is glomming on. Yes, I've been using the glom word. I don't know where I picked it up, but that's what he's doing. Glomming on to MUFON and Open Minds and anybody else's D who he could, you know, I want to hold back because I'm trying to say the right words and build the audience, and then I don't want to offend anybody. But if I can't be me, I'm not going to have any fun. So from this point on, and I said it a week or two ago, don't take anything I say offensively. I have to be me. And if I'm not me, I'm not Little Richie G. And if I'm not Little Richie G, then we don't have Goof. We don't have Goof on. We don't have the Paranormal Code. The Paranormal Code of Rich Giordano show and the AZ UFO show. And oh my God, AZ Skywatchers. But Ryan Sprague is a nobody. A nobody. Really, I swear to God, he has no investigating skills. None. He has not done anything but write other people's work, put it into his work. Well, it's kind of like a form of plagiarism, but he put a book out just on other points people made. I think I'm right on that. But if I'm not, anyway, it's not memorable what he wrote anyway, and that's because it really doesn't come from any place of passion. He doesn't have a passion for ufology. Trust me on this. You know I'm right. I've never been wrong. When somebody's passionate about something, it's a different feel. You know, you can see the work that went into it, the details. A prime example would be Jeremy Corbell doing all his movies he's done, those docu-sucks. Patient 17, the Bob Lazar, P.O.
Game vet, you don't get hazard pay? What the fuck? You're helping this economy in America survive during a plague. You should be getting $5 more an hour. Just my opinion.
OS, a whole bunch of stuff, and really awful. And I mean it. It's just awful. Third Phase of Moon puts him to shame. And I know that they use probably a quarter of the money he uses to do what he does. Because they're passionate. Whether you like them or not, they've got passion for the camera. Well, Ryan Sprague has none of this. He never ever went out sky watching as a form of trying to gather information. He went out with groups, but that's not the same as dedicating your life to it for several years. Knowing what each camera can do in a different light and a different type of weather situation and places on Earth. Oh my. Camera settings.
Hey, Game Vet, I got to run upstairs for 5 minutes. But I was going to tell you, my daughter-in-law works in a bank, and she's getting danger pay. Like she's in the military. It's crazy. I was in the Marine Corps. I never got danger pay. If you're driving a truck with hazmat, you should definitely be getting hazardous pay.
Use a tripod. Don't use a tripod. Do you have a CCD or a CDD? A CDS? OMG, WTF. Ryan Sprague knows nothing about nothing. He has glommed on to other people, and that is why, and he uses investigative journalist as a title. He self-titled himself as something he is not. That's fraudulism. I don't care if it's not a word. Fraudulism needs to be if it isn't. But MJ Banias, oh, and this other guy, James, I think James McClellan, if that's his name, same freaking thing. Who is he? Who is he? Two nobodies getting accolades for a job not done. What is this life turning into? Yo, what do you want? You want me to talk about C-19? How many days am I going to talk about? Of course I'm going to talk about it, but this happened first. I didn't plan it. I planned the other thing first. But this is happening, and I'm going with it. So MJ Banias, who me and other people, like his work. Nothing against the guy. I think he's pretty much on point until today. And I am going to read. So giddy up. Hold on. I made a mistake. I got to pull this over. You're not going to read it. I'm going to read it. This is the big mistake of the show. All right. Am I still live? Can you still see me? Am I still here? All right. Why am I yelling? All right. Where is it? Here it is. This is the article. Just let me do it. You'll see what I mean. So the name of this article is How to Get Into UFOs. He did pick two guys that really wore knee pads to the top. While everyone is either officially quarantined or simply self-isolating, countless people are stuck at home with plenty of time on their hands. For a paranormal UFO nut junkie like myself, keeping in mind honed towards high strangeness is tough. UFO and paranormal conferences are being shuttered, and my travel plans have been derailed. I am unable to visit long-abandoned bunkers searching for Mothman or chase a UFO in Utah. Yeah, go where the hoaxers are. That's great, great work. This lover of Fortina and the peculiar is left to sit on his couch and stare longingly into the black void of the TV screen and listen to my headphones. If you like me, here are some things to keep you tuned into the bizarre. Best UFO podcasts. Wading through the vast array of content can be tough. So here are a few places to get started for an easy and leisurely dip into a new and old UFO cases and events, rationally delivered in 20 to 40-minute episodes. Check out Unknown, a project put together by Jason McClellan and Maureen Ellsbury. Maureen, I don't know why she's with this guy. I mean, I think they're friends. I think they've worked together before. But Jason McClellan, every time, now look, it has nothing to do with the way the guy looks. When I first saw the guy, I said, who is he? When I looked him up, I said, never heard of him. Why does he have his own show? How did he get his own show? Rich, why are you so mad? What do you care? People have their own shows. Because they shouldn't be representing ufology. People like me. Dave Scott, who takes it seriously. Holy crap, I don't even know anybody else anymore. I like my friends. I like people that Alien Addict could be on TV. He's funny, witty, got the Great Britain side. You see what I mean? Now I got C-19 sirens going off. Did you hear about that? They had a purge siren sounding off in one of the cities. I think I was going to talk about it later. Yeah, because it was a curfew and they were sounding off the same siren you hear on the TV show, the movie Purge. Can you imagine? I can't wait to get to the C-19 topic. Anyway, Jason McClellan and Maureen Ellsbury, if you're looking into longer episodes that dive deep into various historical cases or guest interviews with ufology royalty, Ryan Sprague's, I'm not even going to give him a light to look into. Nope, I'm not telling you what his podcast is, but he recommends it. He recommends, I'm almost done, but I can't let it go because it's really bad, guys. Ufology needs to be changed. Why are they promoting him? And I tell you why. I could have done it too. Matter of fact, when I first started out, not one person hated me. Not one person questioned, what is he going to do? What is he saying? What did he say about me? Nah. I could have, and I realized it. And nobody was questioning anything about me. And I know they're not questioning anything about these guys. And Jason McClellan's been around a while, and so is Ryan Sprague for now. I mean, they've been around. Not as long as me, but at least they've been around 5 years. And Ryan Sprague, he's like the little tiny mouse that follows around the big cat. You know what I mean? And he repeats everything the big cat says. The big cat says, when we come back, we're going to take over this town. We're going to take over the town, see? You know, he comes out from behind. When we come here, we're going to have tanks. Yeah, many tanks. That's right, see? We're going to shoot down these UFOs. We're going to make them know who's boss. Yeah, we're boss. That's Ryan Sprague. Little mouse nipping at your feet. Hey, Rich. What? Can I do your show? No. Please let me do your show. Please let me do your show. Please let me do your show. No. I want to do your show. I want to do your show. Please let me suck your dick. What? Let me do your show. Let me do your show. All right. All right. You can suck my dick. Oh, best UFO documentaries and so on. Anyway, you get the picture. MJ Banias, who I looked up to. I didn't look up to you. Sorry. I don't know why I said that, but I don't. I don't look up to you. You know who I look up to? Art Bell. That's right. Even when I'm looking down, thinking of it, it's Art Bell. It's always been, always will be. By the way, I just want to let everybody know I'm Heather Wade. How the hell are you? I know you guys didn't figure it out yet, but I've been hiding it. I'm Heather fucking Wade. I think that's pretty good. I sound like Heather Wade right there. Hell yeah, you did, Rich. No, now I forgot what she sounds like. I had it, though. I had you fooled. If I took off my shirt, you saw my tits. Heather Wade. Same. That's, you know what? I know there's children watching. Put the kids to sleep. It's one of those nights. I meant to tell you that. But Banias, I enjoyed his work, and unfortunately, that will not be anymore. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. You know what we're going to do tomorrow? Oh, yeah. We're going to do a purge. I'm bringing back the purge. Yeah. We're going to purge Ryan Sprague tomorrow. Maybe it may be a purge party. Maybe we'll have a purge party and just purge the whole night. Like, I've got the greatest purges set up. It's all up here. You guys know. What's today? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? That's why, yeah. Not a huge crowd on Tuesdays. 35. I'll take it. Anyway, what are you gonna do, right? These people squeak through the cracks, these little mice, these little cockroaches. Right? Hi. Nobody. Are you talking about me, huh? You look at me, you say, there goes the bad guy, huh? Oh my God. Juno. I can't do it tonight. All right, let me get rid of this. Good. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's not good. Now, I'm not going to talk about Paranormal Youth yet because I want to get into a couple of videos here, really good ones on the coronavirus. I think they're sounding off the purge alarm again. I tell you, it gets me every time, about 10 seconds after. I can hear all right. So I've got so many things going through my mind, I don't know where to start. So before the show started, I was listening to Tucker Carlson. It just came on. I just let it, my YouTube just picks the next one in line. And I'm hearing the numbers are leveling off in New York. It seems like it may have peaked in New York 5 days ago. That even in California, they've seen less sick people and less people dying.
It looks good. Autopilot looks good. Sorry. On my end, it buffers a lot. Come on, Ghost, do something. I just threw a pen at all the bottles trying to antagonize the ghost. Oh, the TV went out too. Hang on.
The numbers dropped. I tell you what number just went up. That's a $50 super chat, Pat. Excuse me. Dude, that's crazy. Thank you so much. Amazing. The people, no, thank you, man. I just, all right. What happened? It won't, here we go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's amazing. Yeah, I thought I had my phone next to me, but I don't. It's over there. I want to see what the sticker is, but you guys see it. And just so people know, the people with the blue wrenches in the YouTube chat room are the moderators. So B. Baker, Nathan, Pat, and if Will's here, Will. I think that's it. If they want. Fuck to them. Fuck Bam with the $2 super chat. Pa-ching! $2 super chat. $2 chat. Like I've always said, just supporting the show by being here is phenomenal on its own. But you guys supporting in a different way to expand the show, you have no idea how much it really is keeping me going. It's phenomenal. So it works both ways. All right. Thank you. The numbers have leveled off, but they're as you get into Louisiana, Kentucky, I guess, and a couple of other Midwestern states, I guess, the numbers are a little bit higher because, you know, I think it's just going to go from the coasts and then finish on in the middle. I don't know, like an implode. I don't know what to believe anymore because now I'm going to play video here. And these people say things that I don't know what to believe. My instincts tell me this. It's not as bad as they thought. I think the virus is real. I think it is. I don't think it's, I think they may have shut off the country just in time. It's possible. But then on the other hand, people have been saying that for a month already. This is all part of something else. And it does seem like it because the hospitals were empty. Anyway, I'm going to play a couple of videos. First one here, we have seen our good friend. And this is a video called Good News. They're lying, which you'll see.
Mainstream media's own numbers and logic that CV-19, you know I can't say it on this platform or I'll get my channel taken down, is not even close to being deadly enough to shut things down, let alone change your life in the least. Listen to this and pay careful attention to what they say.
We're going to get right to the coronavirus outbreak. As we begin this morning, there are now more than 337,000 cases. And
I want you to look at this chart right here. Move my picture over here. Look at this chart. Total U.S. cases, 300 U.S. deaths. They say 9,600. Now, I want you to look at this. This is from the CDC's own website, and this is only regarding regular influenza that we've all had to deal with all of our life. CDC's own site. From October 1st, 2019, there are 55 million flu illnesses, not CV-19, just flu.
This is crazy.
18 million to 26 million flu medical visits, that taxes the medical industry, 400,000 to 730,000 flu hospitalizations. And get this, guys, the death numbers are 24 to 63,000. Some are saying right now, as of January 1st, 2020, there have been over 30,000 flu deaths in the United States alone. Let me show you these numbers again. They're saying total U.S. deaths for CV-19, the thing that you should freak out about, the thing that you should close your businesses for, the thing that you should obey Bill Gates and Fed chairman of St. Louis, James Bullard, that you need to get mandatory tests. Oh my God, the world is falling apart for 9,600 people. And those numbers, you can't even rely on them because people who die from other causes. This is coming out every single day in droves. People who died, 80-year-olds who died from a fall. Oh, did they test positive from CV? Okay, we're just going to put on the chart that they died from CV. They can die with it and not of it, and they're going to put them in the category that they died because of it. Completely dishonest. Let's talk about testing. Testing is 80% false positives. 80%, guys. And they're not even improving on those numbers. So we got people dying of other causes that they're putting in the CV number, which is part of this 9,600 number in the United States alone, not to mention what they're doing in the world. They're fudging the numbers. They're trying to get you to freak out over 9,600, which is a fake number. It's much lower than that. Much, much lower than that by their own standard. And yet the CDC says over 31,000 people have died in the United States alone from regular influenza. Ask yourselves, guys, and stay tuned because I'm not done. There's something incredibly wrong going on here. Something incredibly evil. There's an agenda being foisted on us in the name of, and they're pinning it on CV-19.
Yeah, now we talked about this last night and the night before, how it's hard to know who to believe because the numbers that came from, and I don't remember, was it John Hopkins? I don't know, where they are relied on for predictions of the numbers of people, how many get it, die, whatever, recover. And their predictions were that New York was going to get 40 to 60,000 cases of coronavirus. And at this point, they should be at 40. They're only at 16. So also, what he just said, that they're fudging the numbers, is true. It's 100% true. This isn't the first place I've heard it. Of course, I'm not going to take this guy's word for it. But I listen to other mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, see what everybody's talking about. MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, whatever, they all say something different from Fox. And people like this guy say things that are different from mainstream media and agree somewhat with Fox. So you don't know who to believe. And then the numbers come out from a reliable source saying that we're about 65% under the predicted numbers. And those numbers, every other time they do a prediction, somehow are right. Except this time, right? So you know what that's going to mean. We're going to open up at the end of the month. Their agenda has been met, whatever it was, because I don't know. And Donald Trump is going to be looked at as a hero because he did do the right thing. He saved the country from thousands upon tens of thousands of people. That's the narrative being played out. He'll do 4 more years. A lot of things are being done behind closed doors, I think, that are playing out the next 4 years. Of course, that's true anyway. But I think the Democrats are finally going to give in to Trump. I feel that way. Either that or what they're doing is all fake, which I have never seen anything in politics like I've seen the last 4 years. Never seen anything like it. Well, when, I was a little bit young for Reagan and Ford, but I remember there was a lot of animosity when Reagan got in office. Like, it was amazing. All right, here we go. This is amazing the way this finishes. It made me a little bit mad. I sat there after watching this and I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and I don't understand why, but I think I do. So I'll let it play out and I won't interrupt.
There are people who are responsible for crashing this economy, and they're going to blame it on CV-19, but they're not going to blame it on influenza. And there's something even more deadly than all of this, guys. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But just ask yourself, let me give you kind of a metaphor. Let's say you lived in a certain city, and in that city there were 2 murderers. One murderer, since January 1st, is responsible for killing 3 people. So they're calling him a serial murderer. But another guy that they're not giving any attention to at all has killed 321 people since January 1st. Since the first of the year, he's killed 321 people, but the news isn't reporting on him, but they are reporting on the guy who only killed 3 people. And they elevate and they accentuate this guy and they bring him out. And 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they constantly talk about this guy, the guy that only killed 3 people. But somehow they conveniently ignore he has already killed 321 people. They don't even mention him, but they want you to be scared and change your life for it. And by the way, this guy who's killed 321, he killed 1,500 last year.
I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. I guess that's where we're at. Everybody has a different answer, but I want you to just hear what's going on, and that's why I'm playing it.
2,500 the year before.
I don't know who to believe.
And nobody ever changed their lives for him.
And I can't play mainstream media on YouTube. I'll get it. The video, my video won't, it'll be blocked. So that's why I have to play these off channels, people that, I can't believe 100% because they're a little out there, but they are bringing some video to the forefront here, and it's kind of odd. It doesn't match up what mainstream media is saying, and I can't show you what mainstream media is saying from mainstream media's mouth. You know, YouTube algorithm. Here we go.
Nobody ever washed their hands extra for him or closed their businesses for him or engaged in social distancing for him and was on high alert for him. But all of a sudden, because mainstream media has chosen to highlight the guy who killed 3, now we're going to change our lives? Now we're going to say close for business on our businesses and shutter in our houses for this 3? That's exactly what's happening. The guy who killed the 321 is the regular influenza virus that we've all had to deal with all of our lives. But the guy who's only killed 3, that's CV-19. But wait, there's more. Check this out. And by the way, I'm only going from mainstream media figures. This right here is the World Health Organization. Under tuberculosis, let me just ask you before I scroll down. How many people were infected with tuberculosis dying? Check these numbers out and ask yourself why the hell we're not changing our life for tuberculosis. A total of 1.5 million people died from TB in 2018, including 251,000 people with HIV worldwide. TB is worldwide, guys, worldwide. TB is one of the top 10 causes of death. Not just of pathogenic organisms, but the top 10 causes of death, included in the group of car accidents, heart attacks, diabetes. It's the top 10 cause of death on this planet and the leading cause from a single infectious agent above AIDS and HIV. In 2018, an estimated 10 million people fell ill with tuberculosis worldwide. 5.7 million men, 3.2 million women, and 1.1 million children. Guess how many people died, guys? Look at this. It's right here. 1.5 million out of the 10 million who fell ill. That's a mortality rate of 15%. We're not shutting down the airline industry and telling people in Africa that they can't get on a flight. Nobody's conducting tests. Oh, have you had or do you have tuberculosis? You can't get on this flight.
It's contagious.
You can't board the metro. You can't conduct business. You have to close your business. You can't come into this country with tuberculosis running rampant. 10 million people have it, and 1.5 million people will die. Why aren't you, just ask yourself a question. By the way, tuberculosis is called mycobacterium. It's mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is an airborne disease, highly infectious. So infectious that it's on the top 10 list of things people die for in the world. And you're not closing your businesses for TB, but you are for CV-19? Why are they hyper accentuating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on mainstream media? Why aren't any of those reporters asking themselves the question, why isn't government shutting us down for TB? Why aren't they shutting us down for regular influenza? We've never had this before. Why is nobody asking that? Because mainstream media, like we've said time and time again, is proving through all this. Listen, guys, this is worldwide economic terrorism. Worldwide economic terrorism is being foisted on you in the name of a lie that the guy that's killing 3 is far more dangerous than the guy that killed 321. That's exactly what's going on. And we need to wake up, guys. They're trying to force mandatory testing, according to James Bullard, the Federal Reserve president of the St. Louis branch. He wants you to have not only tests, but everyday tests and then wear a badge. Look at my last video. Listen to it from his own lips. Oh, Brian, you're such a conspiracy theorist. I'm not the one foisting mandatory testing on you every single day as an American. And if you don't get these tests, you can't open your business. You can't board a flight. You can't get on the metro. You can't get on a bus. And pretty soon they're going to say, hey, you need to show your digital ID certification before you can even conduct any transaction. Show us your vaccine certification, says Bill Gates. I'm not making this stuff up. This is stuff that they're saying. They want to force you to take their vaccines, their chemical, subsidized government soupy mixture floating around in your veins. They want to control you. Look up ID 2020. That is their plan. Simple question. Giving their numbers. Again, this is the World Health Organization saying this. I'm not making this up. Why aren't you freaking out about 10 million highly infectious TB? Oh, because we got it all under control. No, TB, 1.5 million people die every year from TB. 10 million come down with it. Highly infectious bacteria, airborne bacteria.